Om Devi Ingala.
All right. So today, so last time we didn't meet. So it's been 2 weeks since last time. So I thought what we can do today is just we work a little bit on the sadhana panchakam, and we can also hopefully we have a little bit time to also work on the grammar, so we can start building up more puzzles and get more into it. Okay. Does that sound okay, by the way? It's okay. Yeah, cool. All right, so let's start with the sadhana. So, and let's see if we find the first verse. Let's make sure I can see everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. Who like to do the first line, first verse?
I can go.
You can go.
Vedo nityamadiyatang tadunitang kamye svanushthiyatam.
Good. So the melody, I think there's a different melody for this one. So just listen one time. Vedo nityamadhiyatam taduditang karma svanushthiyatam. Try one more time.
Vedo nityamadiyatam tadunitang karma svanushthiyatam.
Good. Now you see that taduditam, right? It's that taduditang. It lands on a guttural. So make sure that you get
Taduditang.
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 Good. Hold on to that. Now do it one more time.
Vedo nityamadiyatang tadunitam tadutam tang. Vedo nityamadiyatam taduditang karma svanushthiyatam.
Good. Now also make a note for yourself. So you got that anuswaraha before the takara. So that's landing on a dental nasal.
Ah, it's a dental. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the following letter is the dental, right? Ta, 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 ta. So it doesn't land on a makara, it lands on a nakara. Good. Yeah. But you're getting there. So from now we can just polish, but you're doing it right. So what I would say, just go through it again. So you see that it's ta, du, di, tang, like separate the syllables. So you get every letter right. So it doesn't become like, you know, like you go too fast or you're missing letters. Like every letter is pronounced. And that's for everybody. It's like, that's why Sanskritam is so faithful, because it's never going to be like, oh, in this word you pronounce this letter this way, oh, in this word is going to pronounce, it's never going to be like that. It's like once you learn the sound, it's faithful. It's always going to be that sound. It's not going to change. It's not going to be like even in Swedish, you know, we have letters like and they can, depending on which word, and you know, it's always shifting, right? And that's something that, okay, if you learn and it's your mother tongue, then you know, you naturally learn it. But if you're someone who's learning the other language, it's really tricky, you know, to know this kind of, but in Sanskritam is faithful, which is great. Good, very good. All right, next one. Anyone?
I can go.
Tene shasya vidhiyatam apachiti kamye matistyajatam.
So the melody. Tene shasya vidhiyatam apachitikam ye matis jajyatam.
Try again. Te nishasya vidiyatam apachitikam ye matistyajjatam.
Listen to the
Is
beginning.
it the same? Yes. I think I did the same.
So you got that. Te nishasya vidiyatam apachitikam ye matistyajyatam.
Te nishasya vidiyatam apachitikam ye matistyajjatam.
There it is. Now make a note for your longness here. You got this calm. Do you want to try one more time? Because now you got it. Just that little longness.
Te nishasya vidiyatam apachitikam ye matistyajjatam.
There it is. And it's so beautiful because when you're having all the longness is longness, shortness is shortness, it's so balanced and you feel it. Like you feel when you're chanting, it's just like like you're just flowing, you know. Good, very good. All right, next one. Third one, Nicolina.
I can try that one. Pa pau ghaf paridhuyatam bhavasukhe dosho nusandhiyatam.
Good. So what you can do now is to polish a little, because now you do you have a little bit of bhava sukhe, and then you make a little like almost like a stop. See if you can just kind of flow naturally between. So bhava sukhe dosho nusandhiyatam. So it doesn't have this kind of stop and then connect stop. It's like it just flow. Do you want to try one more time?
Yes, I can do it one more time. Pa pau ghaf paridhuyatam bhavasukhe dosho nusandhiyatam.
There it is. Beautiful. So you have this you can have a little like you can pa pau ghaf paridhuyatam. You can have like you can breathe in when you come here, and then you have enough air until the end. It's a how to control, you know, it's like almost like a petrol station, you know, you're gonna have to fill up the tank, and then you have to use all the petrol that you have in the car, so you can fill it up with new ones because you want to have fresh air. Good, very good.
Okay, my cat broke. I'm just gonna fix that.
What happened?
My cat was a little bit crazy. So I don't know the name in Swedish, a kruka, or in English, kruka.
What?
It fell down, so it broke. I'm just gonna fix that a little quickly. Yes.
Good. Okay, so the fourth one, anybody? Nick, yeah? Nick, go for it.
I don't know how to switch the audio on and off. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
You can. I can't, but I can't switch it off, unfortunately. I don't want to fiddle with anything because I may lose the whole connection.
No problem.
Atme cha vyabasiyatam nijagraha turnam vinyagamyatam.
Okay, so make a note there for the last one, Nick. It's long, right? Yeah. Good. And then that's the rolling of the R, and I know that's tricky because it's not naturally in your mother tongue. So I know it's but make sure you get that turnam. Do you hear that? Like it's long here, right? Turnam.
Turnam.
Good. Now here, when you come to the nasal, the tongue goes back. Num.
No.
So you're folding it back. Put the tongue on the palatal. No. And then you go num. So you're moving from a cerebral position and then to both the labials together. So num.
Nom.
And so you got this, and this is tricky, right? Because you have this vowel. So you got ni,
Yep.
ja, and here it's not like you. It have to be. It's just gr, 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 gr,
Grr,
gr.
grr.
And if you, that's why this like you put back here, because you want the tongue to go back. Gr, and then you have ha, tur, nam, vinir, gam. Yeah, so very good thing to do is to kind of separate the syllables and really see, or say shortness, longness, aspirate, non-aspirate, is a dvitvam, you know, really got like analyze it and say like, okay, I see it. Good, very good. All right, next one. Who like to do next one? I can't see everybody, so Alice, yeah.
Sangasatsu vidhiyatam bhagavato bhakti udhrdhadhiyatam.
Good. Next one.
Oh, that one as well? Okay.
No,
Or someone
no, someone else. I'm looking at maybe Ariane. Yeah, go for it, Ariane. Next one.
Sanjadip Parijiyatam Derdatarang Karma Sanjatyatam.
Good. Do it one more time from here. Derdatarangkar.
Derdatarang Karma Sanjatyatam.
Good. So this is tricky, right? This is very tricky because you have san, and here you have tia, here you have dia, and you have tan, and then you have to put them together. San, tia, dia, tam. San, tia, dia, tam. So
Sanjatyatam.
So do like this, just practice again and again and kind of separate the syllables and then put them together. Separate and put them together, and you will get it. Good.
Thank you.
Paulina, next one. Are you okay?
Yes. Let's see if I have the right melody. Satvitvanupasrpyatam pratidinam tatpaduka sevyatam.
Good. Make sure the anuswara lands on dental. This one, right?
Is it nakara?
Yeah. So
Ah.
do it one more time and just that one. Otherwise, it's great.
Yes. Sadvidvanupasrpyatam pratidinam tatpaduka sevyatam.
Good. Now, in the beginning, when I was like to really get these dentals, because it's so easy to get too close to the palatal or go something in between. Like it's even easier to, the palatal become a dental and dental becomes a palatal because they kind of, the sternum, the position of the mouth is so close. So what you can do is that when you know that you have a dental, just kind of, it's just to practice in the beginning and then you can drop it, but kind of bite the tongue a little bit. Na, na, na. Like you said, like food is anna, anna. So, anna. So just bite the tip of the tongue. Anna.
Anna.
Can everybody? Anna.
Pratidinam tatpaduka sevyatam.
So get that, because then the tongue gets close to the dentals, and it's once the body kind of know, okay, it's a dental, I have to go to the front of the teeth, then it knows that, and then you can, you don't need to bite yourself anymore.
Yeah. Clarity. Thank you.
Okay, good. All right, I think everybody done, if I'm not wrong. Let me know if I missed someone. So anybody? Again? Anyone? Second time?
I can do
Alice.
this.
Okay.
Huh?
Nicolina?
I can try it if there wasn't someone else first.
Oh, you do this one.
Oh, you can have it, Alice.
First.
I can try it, and we'll see if I remember the. Maybe you, Ingela, can just do it so I have the melody because I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alice, you want to do it? You want...
Or Alice?
I'm not entirely sure. I need to sort of think. So you might smell some smoke while bringing it. I'll try it. Okay. Brahmaikaksharamardhyatam shruti shiro vakyam samakarnyatam.
Good. I think you just dropped this fellow. This
Probably.
one. Otherwise, it was really good. So let's see. Nicolina, do you want to try?
I can do it. See if I get it right. Brahmaikaksharamardhyatam shruti shiro vakyam samakarnyatam.
So now the melody you're taking like some like previous verse like line. So just listen to the melody. Brahmaikaksharamardhyatam shruti shiro vakyam samakarnyatam. Try one time, Nicolina.
Yes, I can see. Brahmai. No, it's Brahmai kakshara. No? Is it Martyatam Shruti Shiro Vakyam Samakarnyatam.
There it is. Great. Huh? Anybody else want to try this one?
Can I try? Because I
Yeah.
don't think I practice it much.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Brahmaikaksharamardhyatam shruti shiro vakyam samarkanyatam.
So
Samakar.
yeah. I think was it this one you dropped? This is a long, you made it short. And then be careful here. So it's sama, and then you have a dvita, right? So you have sama karnyatam. Sama karnyatam. Try one more time.
Yes. Brahmaikaksharamardhyatam shruti shiro vakyam samakarnyatam.
Yes. Good. Very good. Very good.
Can I ask, Devi, the Anuswaras, are they Makara both time, or when I look in the alphabet, when we have a Shiva, is it Nya?
No. Siblings is different from the sibling, it land on the makara.
Okay,
Beautiful. That's I would say this is how Swamiji or you know how we've been taught is with sibling. I sometimes on YouTube maybe there's a certain I can hear the teacher that's been following the Stanam, but some rare praises I hear like someone who's been breaking and put that according to the Stanam, but in general no. Siblings makara.
Okay.
Thank for that question. I had no idea that the siblings, it's a makala on the Anushwara.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that otherwise, yeah. And also actually this the semi-vowels are also slightly different, but for now just land on the makara. It actually has a nasalized sound, but for now just not too complicated, just go makara. Very good question. That's why you have you know when you say samskritam, right? Samskritam, right? You don't say sanskritam, right? You see that? The makara, there's actually anuswara in there. Samskritam. You don't say ahimsa. You say ahimsa, right? So siblings lands on a makara. Is that clear for everybody? Was that okay? Yeah. Cool. All right, here we go. We have another. This is new, right? Good. All right. Who should I take? Okay. Kama Devi, shall we do this together?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do this together.
Do this together. Okay, so I chant one time and then we just slowly build up, okay? Ba.
Ba,
Good. Bakya.
bakya,
Good. Bakyar.
bakyar,
Good. So I know that you also have tricky with the R, so I'm not going to say anything because it's going to come. But
yeah.
Bakyar tascha.
Vakyar, chas, ta, sha.
Good. Okay, so you got the asper line. So you got ta, and then it lands on a shiva, right? Tash.
Tash.
Good.
Vakyar, tash.
Good. Hold there. Now, once you have, the position is a shiva. You're still at the same position. You just go cha, cha, cha. So it's like tash, cha, tash, cha.
Tash, cha. Tash, tash, cha.
Good, but not long. Tash, cha.
Tash, cha.
Good. Vakyar tash, cha.
Vakya, tash, cha.
Good. Vichar
Vichar,
yatam.
yatam.
Good. Vakyar tascha vichar yatam.
Vakyar, tacha, vichar, yatam.
Good. Just long. Tam. Good. You got it. All right. Nicolina. Vakyar tascha vichar yatam.
Vakyarthascha vicharyatam.
Good. So now polish that thing. Try not to stop. Just flowing. So let it flow. Good. Paulina. Vakyarthascha vicharyatam.
Vakyarthascha vicharyatam.
Good. Ariane.
Vakyartascha vicharyatam.
Good. Long is long. Short is short. Short is short. Long is long. So first you have ba. Vakyartascha vicharyatam. Try one more time.
Vakyartascha vicharyatam.
Okay. Go through it again and again. Go through it long and long. Short is short. Good. Nick.
Vakya chaska vicharyatam.
So be careful here. Here's Shiva, and so you have tash cha, tash cha, tash cha, tash. Let the diaphragm do the aspirate. Tash cha. So you're like pushing the diaphragm.
Tascha.
Shiva. Tascha.
Tascha.
So now it's dental. So you have to land on a Shiva. 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 Tascha.
Tascha.
It's still
don't-
Saraswati. Tascha. Tascha. Shiva. Shiva. So just practice that. Ariani? Sorry, Alice.
Vakyartascha vicharyatam.
Good. Bia?
Vakyartascha vicharyatam.
Did I miss anyone? Please let me know. I think I got everybody, right? Okay, good. That's the next one. All right. Now what are we chanting? Okay. Now, anybody, I think we talked about this before. If I say Vakya, what was that? I think we had that before.
Isn't vak speech? Vak.
It comes from Bak, it comes from like to speak, to anything that like the dhatu is from the Bak. So yes, but where Vakya is it's one more, it has something to about like talking or speech or anybody remember?
Saying, isn't it?
Sentence, like a sentence. Vakya, like words. It can also mean but like yeah, like a sentence. Anybody have heard you might have heard artha kam, right? Artha kama dharma. Is that ring a bell? Okay. But in this it also has another meaning. Artha means meaning. Artha, the meaning of something, the meaning. Artha. So you see that you have that here. So you have first you have Vakya. That's a Sandhi for everybody who that's a long, right? So you got one akara goes to the Vakya, and then you have Artha, which is the second word, which means meaning. The meaning of the sentence, the meaning of the words, the meaning of something, or meaning of those words. Now, then you have this cha. Anybody remember what that? I think we mentioned that too. Cha, only cha. What that means? Anyone? And cha means and. Now you see this is very, very common that you see this Shiva S and then followed by cha. The reason why is that in prayers and in scripture, cha is very, very common. It's like and it's very common. Now, because of the sandhi, there's a special sandhi. So when the visargaha is followed by a palatal, which is cha, it goes into the siblings, the siblings of the same sthanam. So this was before a visargaha, but because of the sandhi, it has turned into Shiva. Okay, so it's basically, it says here, and the meaning of the sentence, and then we have to look at this one. Anybody rings a bell if I say vichara? Vichara.
Something to do with the chariot?
With a chariot? Like you mean like a
A vehicle
no,
to go?
But-
no.
Discrimination. I'm getting mixed up.
Getting closer. Yeah, getting closer. It's yeah.
Knowledge, no? Knowledge? No.
No, knowledge more like vidya, or there's many. There's more vidya. One more guess, anybody? Vichara. Analyzing, like looking into it, like see what the meaning of it, like not just not just someone says, I want you to believe in this because I tell you to do that, and if you don't do that, I will punish you. Nah, it's a vichara, and you really like what's being said to you. You're using your all your faculties, intelligence, to really look, what does every little meaning, where does it land, right? Because the knowledge is, it's not like we already talked about, it's not science, right? We're not talking about something which is in my perception, like something that is science that I can measure with an instrument. I can, I hear. It's a completely different. So I know that this knowledge is not science. It's not going to be science logic. Okay, so that's kind of first up. It's also very important to not think that it's mystical, because people who go into the mystical, there's like it can be like, oh, it's a mystical experience. No. It's knowledge. Okay, and every little word is being analyzed. Now, as you analyze, when we're talking about self-knowledge, when I say I, now when I say I, where does it land, right? Now, for some, there will be like, Ingla is sitting, right? Well, when I really analyze it, what is actually sitting? My body is, right? My body is sitting. But does that mean that if I'm not sitting, it's not me? So I'm not always sitting, right? The body is sitting. Yeah, for sure. But all right? But if I identify me with my body, I'm gonna go like, I'm sitting. And then you go like, my body's sitting. And then you go a little bit more subtle and you go like, I am hungry. I am hungry. But where does it land then, right? Where does the I land? It lands on the prana, right? It lands on the prana. The prana is hungry. Not hungry, not thirsty, and all that. But is it me? Am I hunger? No, I'm not hunger. I'm not hunger. And then you go more subtle. You go, my mind is restless. My mind is restless. But I'm the observer of the mind. There's something that tells, something is observing the mind and can say, the mind is restless. So where does it land? It lands on my mind, okay? But I'm still observing it, right? I can observe my mind, so it can't be me. Then you can go in more subtle, right? I know, I don't know. So we have this agent, like someone who has like, I am the karta, I'm the doer, I'm not the doer. Yeah, but that lands on also something which is viknaya, in the intelligence. I know, I don't know, but I'm still there. I can observe that I know. I can observe I don't know. I can observe that I can observe that I speak Swedish, right? I can observe that I don't speak Japanese. I know I don't know, right? But I can observe it, right? And then, there is still the awareness. I'm aware. So you're landing on Chaitanyam, right? That's in and through. All these things are happening. All these things. So we got the Annamaya, right? The first one, the Stula, the body. Pranamaya, Vijnayamaya, Manomaya, and Anandamaya. Now, some people think that Anandamaya is the final, like you have to reach the Anandamaya to have an experience that you know, a pleasant experience. Yeah, it's very pleasant. But if you actually analyze the word, Maya is coming from a prefix, not prefix, it's coming from a suffix, which means changing. Vikara is changing. So, you know, the body is changing, the mind is changing, the intellect, you know, so on. Just gonna see if someone send me a message. Yeah, Alice, yeah, good. Alice just put the how to write Sanskrit in
Sorry, that was a while ago. I meant to illustrate what you were saying about the nga and how with the when it's written in Devanagari, it's got the dot and a swara.
Good.
I actually,
Yeah, great. Thank you very much. All right, so this is the meaning, is that this is how we're analyzing. The analyzing of the words in the Veda, because the Veda goes somewhere else, right? It goes somewhere where it's not in your perception or inference. It's a pramanam, it's a means of knowledge which will for self-knowledge. All right, good. So these sentences is getting more and more juicy now. So I hope you can follow, and because if the mind start, you know, drifting away, that's usually what happens, is that it can be hard to kind of stay with it, you know, to be with it and listen, and because you got to listen again and again and again and again. If you start drifting away, it's usually some like academic, you know, academic minds are kind of like, you know, think that in a category. You can't think like in a category. It's not going to be like, you know, 1 + 1 = this is an equation, and you got to listen again and again and again and again. All right, cool. Any questions?
Sorry. Yeah, Ingela, could you just remind me what those two words meant? I forgot as we were decrypting it.
Yeah, so vakya means like sentence, like words, sentence, right? And then you have the artha, which means meaning. So meaning of the words, meaning of that sentence. So what are they talking about? They're talking about the mahavakyams. So one of the famous one, there are many, it's not just one, there are many, but because it's one that is very famous, or is Tattvamasi. You are that. Now, what is, you have to know what is you, what is that? You know, you are, and so that's gonna have to be you know, unfolded by the teacher again and again and again. And the things it says on the first class, oh, let's see, 2 seconds here. That's Swamiji just needs to say, if it gets break, because Swamiji sent me a message saying that he needs a Zoom. But I just send it like if we can stay until, okay, he says okay, good. Yeah, so yeah, the Mahavakyams.
Can I ask about the koshas? Where do you read more about those? I remember those, but
Annamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha. So you have the Anna, Maya, right? It's not Maya. Don't be confused with Maya and Maya. Maya is something, that's something else. But here it's not Maya, it's Maya. Maya is a suffix, and which means changing. So you got the Anna. Anna means that which decays, that which like food, right? You have food.
Yeah.
You got an apple. It doesn't take long until it starts being all kind of brownish, and then it's suddenly gone.
So it's not Maya. So Maya is this whole world like
Maya.
what do you say?
Maya.
Manifestation. Yeah.
Maya.
Maya.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. No, it's not that.
Okay. And Maya is something that changes.
Yeah. So you see that everybody has Maya in it. So you got Anna Maya, Prana Maya, Vijnana Maya, Manomaya, Ananda Maya. So they all have Maya. And then sometimes you hear this kosha, right? The layers. You're talking about, and that again is some. Sorry.
Yeah, I just said It was just aha.
So a lot of people, when some people get this idea, a lot of times when you're talking about kosha, like the layers, they're talking about the onion. You have to remove the layers to get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And then they kind of think that once you see, once you're in the middle, there is like some kind of experience. You're gonna reach a point where it's like, no, it's like in, you are in and through. You are, you are. That's it. Everybody in here knows that you are, right? No one's gonna say to you, you're not. No, I know I'm here. I'm in and through, right? But then I can analyze and say like, okay, my body, yeah, I have that for a couple of years. Thank you very much. All right. I know I can be hungry. Great. Thank you very much. I know I have intelligence. I know I don't know, right? Great. I know that my mind can be calm, it can be restless, and I know it has all these kind of different moods that it can be. Great, right? But it's not me. It doesn't land on I, because I'm not always restless, right? I'm not always, this. I'm not always. It's forms, it's colors, it's everything is beautiful. It's absolutely imperfect. But who is that I? That is what I want to know. And to reach that, you cannot, there's no instrument, there's no scientific instrument. How much they even try, I don't know if you heard this in where is that, in Switzerland, they're building this massive, billions and billions of dollars to break the atoms into this kind of, they're making some scientific experiment that's going to go into so they want to try to find that little thing, just smaller than the
God particle.
The God particle.
They're searching for the God particle in the CERN.
In CERN, right? So it's every human is like, even the science can't figure it out. They're even building this to that's how intriguing, even for the science. They're like, how is it possible? We know all these things, we have all these instruments, and still we haven't figured out that, right? Well, if you're not using the right instrument, how are you going to reach there? This is like you go to the tailor and just the tailor goes to you, please stand on the scale, I'm going to measure the length of your leg, and you go like, no, that's not going to work, right? You know, you gotta have the right instrument. Now the Veda's been there all the time. The Shruti, Mother Shruti is saying again and again, I'm here when you're ready. But not many people are. They're not interested. You know, they're interested in next. You know, they wanna, you know, they don't want to be hungry. They want to be happy. They want to be, you know, they want to be happy. Well, no one, you know, if you don't kind of say, okay, there must be something more, because I accomplished the title, I have the money, I have the house, I have everything, and still something is missing. Must be something else. Now, if you're not asking that question, you know, it's gonna keep on going. The movie's gonna keep on going. The samsari movie is gonna keep on going. But if you do ask, if you are one of the few people that kind of like, I want to know, the teacher will come for sure, 100%. 100%. It's gonna come. Yes, there is a way. It's been there always. And it's not like it's, you know, like you have to believe in something outside. It's you. It's you. All right. Wow. Okay.
I really like the visuals you gave. To me, I like how the layers, I don't know, for me, it's a bit like putting light through a prism.
Yes.
So white light, and because I think of emotions, because some people are like, oh, anger's a really bad thing. It's like, well, no, anger's not a bad thing. It's like the most raw state of energy you can get, but it's also only one thing. And I just find it incredible how you've just got all these different bands of light, but you're neither one of those things, you're all of them, but you can go in between all of them. But in order to see something a certain color, the reason it shows up that color is because that color's being blocked. So it's being absorbed. Everything else is being absorbed.
Yeah.
Except color, which is being back. And I like that concept, because it's like, it's that, what is that thing that makes it do that? It's like, because you'd think, oh, white light, there's no dark in it at all, but there is, because in order for it to
Well,
I know,
you know, if you have a moment, let's say you have a moment with sadness, or you have a moment of you know, feeling low. Now you can be with any emotion, because you know it's not going to be you, it's not going to last. And so if you have a moment of sadness, you can actually just say, okay, it's okay, I know it's not going to last, it's not going to be forever, but this is how it is right now. I can sit with it. Okay, and then I have the tools and everything. I sit with it. So it doesn't mean that you pull things away, or you know, like this kind of people, it's like, I'm always going to be so happy and love, you know. No, it's like, no, I have a moment of sadness. Yes, that's okay. But I'm also, you know, in myself, I feel like, okay, I know it's not going to be forever. You know, it's not going to last forever. It's going to be a certain time. I'm going to be with it, and it's okay. And then you can breathe through it, and step by step. Now, another thing that you said, Alice, which really interesting. So the scriptures, they're using similar what you said. They're talking this again. The scriptures are usually they have this. They use like examples for different examples, and one of the examples is that, you know, imagine that you have a crystal clear, right? So you like, think about you have this, like, you are the crystal clear, you're the crystal. Now what happens? You have a red flower, like a red flower just coming close to the crystal. Looks like, seems like, as though, looks like the crystal absorb the color of the flower. Nothing happened to the crystal, but it looks like, as though. And as though is one of the Mahavakyas, Eva. It's Eva. as though. Now that, you gotta hear that again and again and again and again and again. Right? So
It's very powerful because I like that because it completely validates all things. Like, even if someone, even what some people might deem not great behavior, like, why does this happen in the world or why does that happen in the world? It becomes that for that time. But that is not all of it. It appears to become that, at least.
yeah.
But that's okay because all forms of it are, you can't deny certain things, and I don't know, that's sort of what I found interesting about, I don't know, cultural interpretations. I know I keep coming back to emotion, but how some things are seen as acceptable and not acceptable, but how can you deny those parts of yourself and say something is more valid than something else, like happiness, for example, because everything is awesome and you're supposed to think, oh, you're supposed to be like that all the time, but you can be that some of the time.
Yeah, you know, like who telling you what, you know, if you're going through a depression in Bay of, you know, Swamiji used to say, if there's a depression in the Bay of Bengali, okay, sit with it, you know. Sit with it, it's okay, it's okay, you know.
May I add also?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think it was Sky, my yoga teacher, who said something like, I was thinking about the things when with feelings. I think he said like something, he likes to rhyme. So it was put ness to it and it gets you out of the mess or something like that. You see, if you say happiness or sadness, it becomes more, you can observe it more than saying I am sad. It's easier to say I have some sadness. Yeah, just a little note, because it had helped me a lot to put ness to words. It doesn't become like I am, it's more like it will come and it will go. I think that's also something that helped me a lot. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, you can do that with everything.
Is that a language thing? Because I know in some of the Celtic, the older Celtic languages, so in Gaelic, which is Scotland, and they don't say I have this. They will say it is with me. So it applies to illnesses, but I know, so you might hear Irish or Scots people saying, oh, the cup is with me, and you think, why are you saying that? That's a really weird way of saying, but they're not, they're just translating directly from how they would say it in their language. And I just found that fascinating, and I didn't know if that was a quirk of language and how, I don't know, English just is more quite possessive. I don't know in how it works.
I recognize it, but I don't know.
The scripture uses a lot the abstract noun, like ness. You know, when is a lot. It's a lot to show that it's have this eva, mithya. So again and again. So it's very, very it's used a lot. So you have that as if it ends with twam or twa, has this ness abstract noun. Yeah, and just touch what also like what was said with people, you know, like when we have this category, he's good, he's evil, he's good, sinner, bad, action, you know. Hey, every person, you know, each and every was had the ability to make a choice, a bad choice as in, you know, but that doesn't make a person evil, right? It's not an evil person. The action that was, you know, and that's how life is. It's like we can choose to do dharma or we can choose to do adharma. Says the cow. in and through, right? Right through every little choice. All of you took a choice today to join this class. I'm sure that you all have different, you had opportunity to go doing something else, but you choose to come, right? Now you go through, yeah, exactly. So yeah. So that's another thing. Like don't go into this and say he's evil and he's good, he's bad, you know. Okay, the action failed. The action failed. He has to do it again. That's all. Not if not this life, another life. But we don't need to go and label people.
I feel quite thankful for people living out those lives. I sort of, I don't know, just my perspective of it is that certain people have chosen a certain life and to learn certain lessons. And I feel those that may be perceived as bad or evil have taken on really intense lessons. And I'm kind of thankful for that, because I just think that must be really hard for you to live through certain things and to take on that for the rest of everyone else, because you can't, how can you know, you can't really know something unless you know what it isn't. I know that sounds a bit odd, but in order for you to really know something, often, but not always, I think you get a greater depth of that when you learn everything it is not. And how can you do that without that contrast?
Yeah, and also the
Because
fact
otherwise
you can be very humble, because there's so many things that we have no idea, you know. There's so much information that we have no idea. So, you know, even try to go there. It's like everybody has, when they were born, you know, they have their own prarabdha. They you know, we can't go there. So you got to kind of, you know, everybody goes their own journey. They take their own choices. It's not for us to judge and says good or bad or this and that. Just everybody's doing the best they can. Every person wants to be happy. Every person, right? That's in it too. Now, for some people, they make a choice by, you know, thinking that money's going to give me happiness or fame's going to be, and they take wrong decisions. It's their journey. They have to own it up. It's all in the karmic model, and it's all in the Veda. It's all in the scripture, describing it in, you know, so clear. And once you go like, yeah, but that's, you know, that means that is no hell, there's no heaven, right? It's none of this. It's like, yeah, you made a choice. Okay, you have to get that lesson. You have to learn that lesson. Okay, fine. But it's not for us to go in and judge someone else. You know, it's like that. You know, this is called tarjani, like the finger, right? If it goes this way, it's like the ego, and that's why we have to turn it around and join it with the angushta, the thumb. So you have this circle, right? And that's why people go around and they're sitting like this on a selfie and taking pictures. It's like, no, it has a profound meaning. Profound meaning.
I think if I can use an example, a biblical example, that if everyone knows who Judas is in the Bible, I don't think Jesus would have been the person he was if Judas hadn't existed. Because that kind of, if it wasn't, so I try to think of it, if it wasn't for Judas, it wouldn't have any significance. So I just think, because of those, the nature of those two things, you can't say who is better or who is worse, because it wouldn't have any meaning to it. So I don't know. I just, you don't have to be religious, but it's more, that was just the example that comes to mind.
Yeah.
You can see it reflected in other things as well.
Yeah. There's no Judas, there's no one evil, you know. Yeah, so fun. Wow, this hour goes so fast. I so wanted to go into a little bit of grammar, actually. But we have to keep that. So let's keep it for next week. Next week we do grammar a bit more. Yeah? Great. So shall we chant our swasti? I'm a little bit, if someone wants to chant, you're more than welcome. I feel a little bit like my voice is a little bit weak. Anybody feel inspired? Hans, Paulina, yeah, cool.
Om swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishaha go brahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyaha prithvi sasya shalini deshoyam kshoparahitaha Brahmana santu nirbayaha Om sarvesham swastir bhavatu sarvesham shantir bhavatu sarvesham purnam bhavatu sarvesham mangalam bhavatu sarve bhavantu sukhinah sarve santu niramayaha sarve bhadrani pashyantu Ma kashchit dukha bhag bhavet asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya martyor ma amritangamaya Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Just to let you a quick, so on Saturday at 4 o'clock, now we're gonna go into learning Swasti. So anybody who wants to join Saturdays, we're gonna learn Swasti mantra. Okay? Great.
Is that at 9 o'clock as well? Or the same time as Sanskrit?
What time do you start today? At 9?
9.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Perfect.
Great. See you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hello? If it's possible to have a quick word, I was just